Oh, are we going? I guess we're going now. Yep. Yay, we we got it. Let me also bring up my chat on the phone just so I have it. Should probably actually get up the stream first. There we go. Nice, okay. Oh, I'm sure that's gonna be fine. That definitely doesn't feel safe. Okay, well, this is what we're doing. So, yeah, we're gonna be making some progress. Hello there, Toasted Beans, how are you doing? There's been a lot of updates, actually, to YouTube's whole streaming thing, so as you guys might be able to tell, or might not be able to tell, I'm not sure exactly. But Toasted Beans has a little bit of he has a little bit of #1, which means you're the #1 fan. You've chatted the most. I've tried setting up a custom transparent background on the chat, live chat. So yeah, let me know. Let me know how it looks. And as for sound, I think we should probably, you know what? Let me put on my wonderful earbuds, or well, I just have these, like these cheap ones you get with like every Apple product basically, or you used to get them, you don't get them anymore. But yeah, so today we're gonna be making some progress. Let me also switch the device to, I think this is the one. Yes, good. Okay. Let me know if how the whole sound thing is, because otherwise I'm gonna want you guys hear any music? I have been busy for the last couple of months. How the channel going? The channel is going pretty good, actually. I'm in a very good spot. Did I just... No. we're a few seconds into the stream, and already we ripped my chair. Okay, right. Well, that's great. But yeah, the channel has been great. I'm in the kind of spot where I feel like it's exciting to produce content. I mean, I already posted a video today, and I thought I would stream some as well. Now, what we're doing, as I have said on the title, is we're making progress to this, which is going to be part of my next video as well. I do have a new mod as well, which is the World Builder, you can see, made by Orville Studios, the same ones who have made my beautiful texture pack that makes your character move amazing. So I've been messing around with that. It's basically World Edit for Bedrock Edition. And it basically allows for instant texture like this. Because I'm trying to become a better builder, you know? Trying to just become decent at building, and I also get more into streaming as a whole. Again, I'm trying to get a little bit of a setup going here. You can kind of see the chat there in the corner. And so on. Or wait, would it be that way? I have to see. Yep, that's the way. Okay. Right. Now you guys are very, very allowed to give me ideas, because I would love to get some progress done. The thing is, I have been pretty busy trying to finish the video that I did today, that I uploaded, which you guys can check out, by the way. There's a new video up on the channel on the 100 by 100 world, which you guys seem to like the first episode of, so you know, we're hoping for the same with the second episode. But I think we should just get started, you know. I mean, I've already kind of started, but I really want to, I'm thinking a boat, right? Or let's first put a few of these just kind of all around like that, and then put some over here just so we have some more supports, and then also this right here, this right here. I'm sure that's fine. So you can see we have a few sort of pillars going. I should probably have one. Okay. should probably have some pillar here as well. That's the spot. Let's go a little bit forward. There we go. I think that's... Wait, no. There we go. Okay, nice. So now we've got... We're starting to get some support. That is gonna be annoying. That's gonna be super annoying. Again, let me know how the sound is, because I don't know. Wait. I'm gonna check here real quick. I mean, it's... Right. It's a little loud, I guess I would personally say. Okay. Let's do... Let's bring the desktop audio down a little bit. Just slightly. Or actually, no, we should probably get some music going. You guys are gonna have to just go with... You guys are gonna have to hear some Minecraft music, because I haven't set up a proper streaming playlist yet. So we're gonna get some Minecraft music, but okay, that's a lot better already, I think. Right, let me also bring up it slightly again, because I think it's better now. And the stream, I think a small boat and up here would be great. Yeah, up here is definitely something I want to do, and then a small boat, of course. Just kind of part of any pier, really. How are we feeling house-wise? I'm just gonna, like, put some basic wool scaffolding, I guess, out to just kind of get a general idea of what I want to have. So if we go like this, then we go... Let's make it slightly diagonal, see if that works. I think that would be where it is, right? Oh no, this is where I want the center building. This is gonna be a big building. So we're gonna... I think a castle would be cool. A castle would be pretty cool. Or at least some sort of castle. I think... Right, what is happening with my stream, by the way? I am... This is making me very sad. Hello? I would... help, what's happening? What is going on with the stream? Do I need to check maybe stream settings? Right, well I can't choose any of that, so that's just up to YouTube. But it says it should work, which is really strange. Let me go into it again on my phone. Just to see. Okay. Well, that's great. Yeah, okay, we're back. Right, so that's my phone. That's not on me. I think the stream should be fine. Then I... Okay, what are we thinking? Do we want to move this further even? Or do we want to keep it kind of like this? I kind of want to make like a little castle, you know? So not like a huge castle, but at least just a tiny little one. That already feels pretty big, but I think that's fine. Let's try just going with a few towers. Start off with that at least. We can add detail later. Yes, I'm thinking this is probably a good size of a tower for an average city. I've made this pretty small, haven't I? Like this is not a proper... this is why I need to stream, because I have no idea how I'm gonna do this in a clean way. You know, a marketplace is probably just better. Like, just straight up, let's... well, we can keep the towers, but let's go a little smaller scale. So what we'll do is essentially make... Maybe that almost feels too big though. Like already this I mean, if I made... Yeah, I guess. You know, I could actually just make the towers kind of wherever I like. I don't need to follow any particular blueprint or anything. So in that sense, I could just kind of build like this. And then I would... Well, that's not going to work. I need to move it back one block. Let's do that. What do we reckon? Because I could probably now get the wall kind of brought up. You know what? Let's just bring this out. Let's just not think about our problems. Let's instead just... There we go. Fixed. Okay. Now we have, I guess, a little bit of a... Also, I don't know if the music is like... Yeah, the music is pretty loud. Wait. No. I closed off the stream again. Oh, jeez. Okay. I think we bring down the music. I think we keep music at like 20 in the background. That's good. Hello there, German Conrad. Yes. I think I read that right. We are currently, as you can see, working on a little bit of a medieval village. Ignore the 2 guitars in the background, by the way. This is my testing world. I keep forgetting that I'm streaming with camera, so I just do this. But yeah, we're currently in the process. So you can see this is our world. This has been built actually. I did make a video on it. So if you guys are dropping in here, then check out some of my stuff. You know, you can check out some of the videos because we've done a lot. These have not been made yet, but they will be made eventually. This is the big sort of project that is taking forever. Why so building for X amount of hours? I enjoy building. I think it's pretty fun. Hello there, Tony Toast. Welcome, dude. People are dropping in the stream quickly here. We are, at the moment, you can see this is our world. We made quite a bit of planning things. This thing hasn't been made either. I need to get back to this, but right now we are working on this section right here, which I really like so far. You know, I'm not even gonna lie, this looks pretty sweet. Because I think what I want to do is... Right, let me get the eroder brush, because I think those are... That's on the... Oh, jeez. Is that loud? Wait. I need... Yep, we are still a little bit loud. In terms of audio, let's bring it down slightly. Oh wait, it's a separate one, isn't it? Yep, environmental audio. Let's bring that down. Weather is what we need, yeah. The rest of the sounds can be fine. Okay, anyways, what we were looking for was the starter brushes and then the eroder brush, because I would like to get rid of... Let me increase the size a bit. We're just gonna... Yep, get rid of that. Oh, that's too much. I'm still getting used to this. Starting music. Yeah, I need to get proper music going, but I currently... Again, I'm trying to stream a little more than I have before, but... At the moment, I don't have any music playlist for the streams. Anyways, we're gonna be undoing that one, because I didn't want to destroy that part. It was just supposed to be that, not that. Again, this is a bit of a learning process. We are still in the stages of just learning how to use this, because it is a super powerful tool. But it also is pretty pretty insane. Like it can easily go wrong if used incorrectly. I could probably have hooked this up to this instead, because this is just copied from the internet. I just searched up Minecraft water wheel, but I really like it, you know? I changed it slightly with the walls and like the pattern on the outside, but the idea of having this stone wall going up from the water, that's not my idea. So I should probably fix that. I really should make... I mean, I don't think we need a huge market. I really think even if we just build like here, you know, I think that's probably gonna be enough. Yeah, you can make a marketplace here. Doesn't have to be huge. I really need to get used to these tools because they're so good. I've been enjoying these tools. Jeez. I've been enjoying these tools a lot, but there's a lot to learn, if we put it that way. So, yeah. But anyway, I think this could be actually quite a good spot for maybe another tower. Yeah, I think that's a good... What do you guys reckon? I think that looks like a pretty decent size for like a tower, or even like here. To be honest, I think this could also just work very well. So there will be videos coming out pretty soon. This is the main thing I'm currently working on for the next video, or technically the next video, because I've already started working on the video where I kind of, you know, go through this, because there's a lot of items in this mod pack. Or it's not a mod pack, but you know what I mean. So I think that part would definitely... Anyways, that video is coming out decently soon. I should probably take some inspiration from my Minecraft book. Have you guys seen my Minecraft book, actually? Have you guys seen my Minecraft book? Because I have one of the official ones for like that I got from my grandma like many years back, with quite a few medieval structures. I don't think I've shown it on stream, but I could be wrong. Right, let's see if we can also get this wall going. There we go. I haven't. Okay, right. Let me. We need to show this. So we have. Oh. We will ignore the Lego. That's. We will ignore my Lego. But look at this. I don't know if you guys can see it well, but I have a Minecraft medieval book, and it has like a bunch of cool stuff. Watch Mojang sue me because I show you what's in here. You gotta buy the book yourself, you know. No, but you can see it's got like some pretty cool ideas for stuff. So I should actually get through this. There's quite a bit. Let me actually see what they've got in my... let me see what they've got on the map, because they have a map over the entire thing you're gonna be building. Yeah, so that's the medieval village. There's really a lot of resident houses, and there's the marketplace. I think the marketplace. We don't need a mountain. Let me see here. If we go... Let's see. That's that. This one's actually in Swedish as well, which is pretty cool. I mean, it makes sense because Minecraft is Swedish, but right, prison. Here's society. Look at this. There's a full-on art of society in itself. Oh, that's a notification. I mean, housing is fine. That's just a house. Ooh, there's quite a good amount of ideas here. Dude, I did not think I was gonna use this book. Oh, here it is. Okay, marketplace, right. This one is usually not in a mountain, but you know, you can always be different. You can always be different. So I think we'll... this feels small, though. This feels like it's... I feel like I want to move this one to be, like, here, you know? Like, really by the water. Because I feel like that could look pretty cool if we get it right. The water flow. Oh yeah, that's definitely it, right? You've got to go. You've got... This tower's got to go, because that's definitely... Again, let's try the rotor brush. It worked semi-well. It didn't work quite as well as I hoped, but... There we go. Because I definitely think this is the move. But anyways, how are you guys this weekend going so far? Or I guess it's technically Friday in basically all parts of the world, but you know, have you guys ended work yet? You guys on your lunch break watching me, or how are we feeling? Friday vibes. No, but I have started a new work recently because I'm doing my civil duty, and it is it's a lot. It's a lot to put it simply. It's a lot to kind of start off being there and then also having the energy to keep commentating for a stream. But I really wanted to stream, so I was like, you know, I might as well, you know? Let's see here. Okay, we can get a kind of straight wall. I think that's a better idea, actually. I think that might be the move. Just going as straight as possible, because that's kind of how they're built, right? Now, the reason why I'm making this village is because, I mean, of course, it's just a cool thing, you know? But I'm also trying to become a little more detailed as a builder. You can see we've got some moss in here. The roof. This one in particular I'm super happy with. This roof where I added some of the granite, polished granite. I think it's pretty cool. My studies are going well. Well, good stuff, you know? What are you studying? Anything in particular? But yeah, as I said, I'm currently on the civil duty, but I will be starting my studies for programming like next year, I think. Something like that. Which I still need to send in a letter explaining why I'm not gonna be there this year already. But should I get law degree? I mean law degree is kind of cool. I think there's a lot of stuff to go through, so I wouldn't personally want to grind for that. But it's definitely a cool degree and a super useful one at that. So I think if you're even decently interested in it, you know, go for it. Why not? The most important thing is, of course, to just have interest. You want to be interested in what you're making. This is turning out not as good as I was hoping. I don't know what I'm gonna place here. Like what am I doing with this area? You know, I feel like we now have to move this one back too. Just move it. Yeah, slightly back. That's gonna be way better. It's at this point, of course, that I should mention that since I am in the creative version of the world, I haven't planned out any of this. So that's why it's a little bit just me trying to figure out what's the best layout. I think going in, like having the marketplace inside this, like an easily accessible one, you know, I think that could be pretty cool. And we can probably like make a path going to like a completely different city, perhaps, maybe. Because like, let me actually show you around a little bit, because I've got a few things in particular. Make the left wall a little more straight. This one, yeah, I feel like this looks really weird. I feel like I might wanna... Oh jeez, that scared me so bad. Right, I don't know. I feel like, how do I... Yeah, this one looks really weird, I feel like. I really like the placement of it. I think this is a really cool way, but I think we could just honestly go for like possibly this. I have cleared the weather so many times, and I think the reason why it always goes back is because of the weather cycle never resetting. Let's actually do... Oh, let's turn off that so we don't have to deal with that. I think that's definitely better. That's definitely better than it was before. Because I kind of like the way it curves around here. It's kind of cool. I think we can... Let's just, for now, keep going with this. I also want to add some structural, you know, extra stuff. So, while I know protective castle is not gonna be... It's not supposed to be flammable very easily. I think it's just gonna look a lot better, and you know, this isn't real life, you know. I am trying to recreate a little bit of a medieval. Let me actually search up real quick, see if we can medieval marketplace. See if we can find any of these. Right, they are for the most part. Yeah, this is kind of what I mean. Look, it's kind of inside a lot of houses, and I think we could probably do something like that. Here's another example. Yeah, this is within castle walls. I knew it. Okay, right. We're gonna keep going with our idea here. This one can go... Probably... It's also super hilly. I might have to make it less of a hill inside of it, but that's fine. If we go like this, perhaps... Wait, you know what? Let's actually use some of our shape. So if we draw a line from... Oh, we need to choose block, right. So let me show you how some of the stuff this one can do. So if we choose stone bricks, and then we make a line going up to this point, boom. We now have a... Wait, let me undo that, because I want to get it properly done. So if we go like that, perhaps, and boom, we have a line now. That's really cool. That's really cool. That worked out pretty well. So yeah, I've been messing around with this tool quite a bit. But I'm still very much getting used to it, because there's a lot of stuff to it. But, you know, we are now familiar with the line tool, which is actually... I have a feeling that thing's going to be pretty useful. Okay, this is a lot better, right? This is like... I think the way I want to make this is... Go... Wait, let me actually see here, because I really want to try to get... That's so cool. Yeah, I think it's super cool, the amount of stuff you can do. So what I want to do is... I want to do the selection replace, right? And then we'll need a selection, of course. That's... Or no, we want to get a brush, because... Oh, there's already a path brush. Right. Path brush. Let's see how this one works. Is it gonna... Whoa, that's so cool. Again, the video is coming out on this or it's coming out next Friday. I'm gonna try my best to get more content in, but I need to get more ideas for what to do before I can like properly do it. Let me edit this to be a little bit smaller. That's not good. I don't like that. Let's... No, that's not the one. Path brush. Let's do... Depth. What is this? Oh, right. Well, we do want just that. And then we'll just kind of make this go all the way throughout. And I think we can just keep going. Yeah, there we go. We now have a path. I feel like it would be so fun if you use the mod. Yeah, I mean, it is a pretty cool mod. I really like it. It's essentially world edit, but like a little bit easier for Bedrock Edition, which is super cool. And the amount of stuff you can do, you're gonna see some stuff during the stream, but it is super cool. Now I think we should probably, let me use the draw line tool again, because that was kind of cool. So if we just go boom, oh, let me go right there, and there we go. I think that made a line. Yep, it made a smooth line, which is so cool. I mean, that's actually just, oh, it's so good. I love it. Also, I should probably get a new chair, because my current one is very broken at the moment. Or it's not like super broken, but it's, I mean, we ripped the stitching literally at the start of the stream, so, you know, that's a little bit of a concern. My mild concern. I think I want to like do, again, I know this is not logical in any way. No real medieval castle would have wood like this. I think I don't need this though. I think it's gonna look okay. We have gotten another notification. What if I do, see, I think I can do like this pretty much, and then possibly that way get some pretty cool stuff going. Let me use cobblestone instead. I think that's gonna be slightly better. Also, I don't know what's up with like the giant heart. You can send like these hearts and stuff in chat on YouTube, but it is covering up like 90% of the stream chat for me on the phone. So I don't know what you guys are saying. Right, let me break that one, see if I can get, there we go. This looks pretty cool. I like this. Again, we're trying to not make like, see, it's gonna be this castle or this kind of marketplace, then there's gonna be houses kind of dotted around. That's the plan, because the main thing we're doing, let me show you a little bit of the bigger picture. So we made this river using the river brush, of course, where you can see it connects up to this treehouse area, and the idea is basically I want to connect on my world a little more, because at the moment, you know, especially when you have the elytra, things just kind of, things don't really connect up. You just kind of build stuff in random areas. You know, we have this medieval village which we're working on, which is hopefully supposed to then later on connect up to this, which is like my main base, essentially. And then I'm gonna make this, which is gonna be a mine of some sort. That way is the Guardian farm, so there's a lot of stuff we need to connect up, and I think this kind of puts a good middle point between this ocean themed base and then this treehouse base. Because the other thing, the reason why I'm making this medieval village here, is because I need to get rid of some of these farms over here. You can see it's just a bunch of, it's got wheat farms, it's got like this sugarcane farm, it's got a cactus farm, you know, the basic standard survival stuff that you do in the first day. I don't know why this tree is also, we're gonna keep this stump, I think. What do you guys reckon? We keep the tree afterwards? No, but basically the point is that going to this, which is like my big passion project in this world, it is so cool. And I plan on having a game actually over here, or actually multiple, because this casino has enough space to house the Redstone game I made a while back, which is Cardinal, which is a trading card game. I thought I would, wait, hold on, I could show probably, because I do like making, apart from, you know, making videos and stuff, I do like trading card games, or just card games in general. Keep the tree, yep, we're definitely keeping the tree. But you can see we've got like, I make my own cards. I do plan on selling these eventually, but I haven't got to the point where I actually have massive production of them. But you know, these are pretty cool. We've got like a few different things and they do certain things. It's a pretty high-paced game. And I made a working version of it in Minecraft recently, which if you haven't checked that video out, definitely check it out. If you're a returning viewer especially, you know, check out some of my more recent stuff to see what I've been up to, because I've changed style quite a bit. You know, we used to make a lot of, let me actually head over to my channel. If we go, there we go. So here you can see we basically made this, which was when I added cars to Minecraft 3 months ago. That's been a while since then. And since then we've kind of posted more of this kind of style of content, you know. This one in particular we posted today. It is a banger video. I'm very happy with the way it turned out. So, Pokemon, question mark. Pokemon in what sense? I guess. Yeah, oh yeah, in that sense. I have a, wait. This is why I stream, because I can make so many highlights. I have Pokemon. I have Pokemon cards. I bought a tin recently and it's... let me find it. You guys seen the new set? It's a cool one. I've got... So I bought a tin of the new set, you know, with the like... I think it's, what is it called? White Flare and Black Bolt. And I pulled this! Look at that! Whoa! Which is so funny because I said to my friend when I opened that box, because it was like 16 bucks, it's expensive for 2 packs. But I basically said like, you know, one thing I don't have in my collection is a full art, and it would be super cool to get a full art Reshiram, and I got it, so... So that was super cool. But yeah, I do make a lot of cards actually. I have my full-on game. The thumbnails are so good. Oh well, thank you very much. I do try to keep a pretty consistent style, but I do have also... Oh, my phone has just... No! I got a new phone and it's super slippery because I don't have a case for it yet, so it's just falling off the desk. But I do have... Let me see if there's any done ones. Oh yeah. I do make my own cards. This is Zubrak. This is a very proper game. I've actually sold a few of these locally. It's basically Pokemon, but it's like it's quite it's different enough. I do think I have. Oh yeah, if you guys are actually curious, let me get myself let me promo stuff. Right. As I'm streaming, I might as well do some self-promos, so I'm gonna hold this up, and all of you go to that link. I promise it's not, I promise it's safe. No, but where you buy them, dude, I can't buy them, I can't sell them yet, because I haven't got proper production. If enough people want it, I think that would be a very cool sort of first merch drop, because, you know, I'm not a big fan of the big t-shirts like, wow, look at that, I'm a YouTuber, I bought YouTuber merch. So I think getting something like an Echo plushie, my logo basically, would be super cool. The QR code doesn't work. Well, that's just great. Wait, let me check this real quick, because I sure hope it does, otherwise I will be pretty sad. If we go, let's go in here. Oh no, it definitely works. It works. It gets you to all of the rules. I have them both in Swedish and English. Let me hold it up again. Oh, I don't have the stream up. I can't see my stream. I always like looking at my stream. Wait, too blurry. Oh, right, too blurry. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Let me hold the camera as close as possible. Let me move this real quick. So if I again have not grabbed my... Okay, right. Well, there's the code. If we get this in the right sort of area, then maybe... this is not working out very well. Okay, right. Let me see here. Does that work? I need to move it down. This is not working out very well. It's very difficult to see. Wait, let me bring up OBS. That way I can kind of see stuff. Okay, right. There's the code. I don't know if it's clear enough. I don't think it is. Because nothing wants to work. But I could probably, if enough people are interested, I could probably just post the document online. But yeah, I do make trading cards. That's a very big side track, which is exactly why I love streaming. I want to get more into it because you know, we have stuff to do. But yeah, if enough people want it, you know, I could probably leave the link somewhere. But yeah, we've got a mythic card over here. We've got a full art. This is one of the OGs. All drawn by me. So yeah, I do make games quite a bit in my free time. So because of that, you know, we've got quite a few games over here. We've got this one, which is gonna be the Cardinal game I made with Redstone recently, and then we have also just post on a community post. I could actually do that if you guys want to have a read. Or honestly, I might as well. I think I could probably post it in my Discord, possibly. Work showcase, or even just my stuff. I could probably, hold on. Let me take off my screen real quick and then search up question. Yeah, you can ask questions happily. I will happily answer them. And then I'll go over to the, well, where is it? I know I have it. Okay, let me see here. Google Drive, because it's on Google Drive. I know that. So if I go, because I could absolutely, obviously, just, or I could really just probably grab the file, actually. But yeah, feel free to answer question. I think I have it somewhere. I think I've got it. Right, I've got it on the, wait, where is it? The Zubrak rules. Zubrak rules. This, I think, is the one. Let me download that one and see if it is the one. Oh, but it's 4 megabytes. Man. Would you be interested in streaming stuff like Bed Wars? I could definitely stream some Bed Wars. I'm not good at it. I'm not great at it, but I have actually before even posted it. Okay, right, let me open this up, because I'm fairly certain. Wait, if I copy the link, because I want to see if it shows my email, because it's not something I would really want to get up there. I have obviously a business email, but I wouldn't want to. But I do think you can actually just, I think I can probably post it. So if we go in here, you can have a read on it. I think there's 2 languages. There's English, and then there's Swedish. But you can probably have a read at this if you would want to later on. But for now, I think we're gonna be getting back into Minecraft, because that is still what the stream is about, you know. But yeah, that's pretty much what I've been up to. But again, the reason why I'm making this medieval village is because I want to connect up. You can see I've actually started with a few of these trees already, and they're really good. I really like them, but the problem is just it's a lot of stuff in the way, you know. And I want to add stuff in the forest too, you know, I want to add mushroom huts and so on. I like having some degree of lore in my build. This is definitely something I should finish. Wait, genuinely, do you guys want me to finish this tower? Or do you want me to work on the medieval village? Because I could do both. I don't have a difference. Also, I feel like this shirt doesn't really pop from the chair. I'm just a floating head. But what do you guys reckon? Do we want to keep going with this one? Possibly finish this one? Or keep going with the medieval village, which we're working on? Which actually, I think I wanna keep it pretty open, you know. I wanna make sure people can get in here. Not that anyone is gonna get in here, but I thought I might as well, you know, I might as well still make stuff. So, there we go. What do we reckon? That looks horrible. That's what we reckon. I have not done that correctly, have I? If I do this, perhaps, then I could probably get it. Oh, that's better. That's definitely better. I don't mind that. Let me grab the stone bricks or the stairs. Yeah, well, it doesn't quite. I really like the way this works. Feels like it just kind of does its thing. Finish the tower. Yeah, I think we let's put this on hold and actually finish the tower, because this could be a great video in itself, but I'm trying to get go more for a let's play vibe, you know. Now, how do I even want to do this? How do I want to build this tower? I think I want to... Okay, I have an idea. I think I want to, like, gradually sort of build it. Might want to use some bamboo as well. I don't know. No, that's definitely not the move. None right now. We can always replace these blocks later, but for now, let's just do this to begin with. Because, yeah, there's so many projects I need to finish. I might make a full-on video actually finishing all the projects I have, because another video I have planned is the Guardian farm. And then again, these towers are not in the survival world, but I need to get that creeper done. That one's still not done, and it looks great. It's supposed to have a jetpack as well, which is amazing. So, yeah, I have a lot of stuff to finish up. I think we could probably work on this tower for now, though. I think I could actually... I think actually bamboo might be the move, you know? Because that way we have... kind of... Also, it's very square. Right, let me actually grab the selector, because I definitely want to do that. That's one of those things I kind of want to get used to properly, you know. And then selection replace. We want to replace with that mask picker, and boom. It's the wrong way, because of course it is. Okay, well, let's just rotate them. Let's just do this manually. This is the one flaw of a lot of systems. It's very difficult to work with stairs. So, but if we do go along, we can probably get it going a little bit. I should probably look at some inspiration, actually, because I don't know what I'm doing here, really, to be honest. I'm just kind of building, which, I mean, that's great too, just building, but I kind of want to... I might want to make, like, here, possibly, if we want to do this. Something like this, because this could be pretty good. But yeah, I think I might make some videos regarding the finishing of projects, because there's a lot of projects to do for getting finished up, so I can actually work on other stuff. One of the most insane ones of those being the wall, which this is actually a wizard style tower. Could look pretty cool. That is definitely what I was kind of looking for. But oh, not sure if you guys saw that. Okay, no, you didn't. Interesting. That changes things. Anyways, let's see what we've got on the web, because, you know, taking inspiration, nothing wrong with that. Yeah, this was kind of what I was going for. You know, you see the stairs? It's just I've made it square to begin with. This one looks sick. That's great. Yeah, I feel like I feel like this could be a really cool, actually, like, big tower. So I think what we should do is round it off first, right? Because we have a lot of space to work with, so we might as well start off by just getting it rounded. And then we can work on the other stuff. The pointy one is fire. Yeah, I agree. This one would be sick. So we're going for a similar style to that, which is often how I work with builds. But right now I am trying to, you know, I don't want to spoil, or I don't want to actually, let's not put the word out there as a guarantee, but there is a server that I have been looking to join, like a proper YouTuber server, you know, because I'm looking to join servers, and there's one in particular which I haven't been nearly accepted. We haven't even considered getting me accepted, but it is one I have interest in. I would love to join that thing, so I think that's definitely what we what I would like to do. What are we feeling color-wise here? This is really difficult. Ooh, that's big news. Yeah. You know, I don't wanna... I haven't said anything major, but I do really want to get into actually joining a server, which is part of the reason why I'm, you know, getting used to streaming, getting used to building cool stuff, because I would love to join it. Even if I don't get accepted to the server in question, or if I don't choose to join it, I want to join some server, you know, something like Hermitcraft, like that would be really cool. Now let's see how we are looking with the tower. That's not rounded though. That's I could maybe get it. Oh, you know what? Actually, I've started using a lot of other stuff. Look at this. Boom. Round tower rather than just having these in place here already, you know? That's great. I do also think one thing I want to really get comfortable with is talking, right? Because I notice I talk a lot more in streams than I do in real life. I do like talking, I talk a lot, but it's a whole other thing when you're trying to entertain a lot of people. So me getting used to just kind of naturally, you know, as you go along, just in that sense getting used to talking, that would be really good. Okay, it was just that one that I was wondering. I think... Ooh, you know what? I think we want to make one more row, because I feel like these look pretty cool. Boom. There we go. But yeah, as I was saying, if you guys do have any servers you would like me to join, or if anyone would really want to have me on their next season of a server, take contact with me. You know, I have my email, which I don't check that often. I did miss an invite to an SMP a while back, but it was one that I just didn't quite feel like I wanted to join. But even if you have, like, you know, more of a casual Minecraft server, definitely let me know, because I would love to join. This looks pretty cool, right? This doesn't look half bad, you know? I think I want to build up a little more, so like this. Get some cool shaping going. Like that, and then... Oh, but I can't. Okay, let's just go with this for now. Because I think, yeah, that's definitely... Oh, dude, that looks great. That looks great. Oh, yeah, let's not do that. There we go. Get those in place. This looks really good. Oh, but I want to move it up. But again, this is why we have this pack, because you can easily move it out. Like, look how... That's crazy. And then we just do the selection move. And we want to move it that way by 1. And just like that, when we moved it, we've moved the entire selection. I think it has gotten way better since I have started watching. Yeah, it's definitely gotten improved. But yeah, yeah, this looks really good, because I think we definitely want to keep a frame, a general frame of it. I think that's pretty good. Let me clear the selection real quick. There we go. And what do we reckon? I think these look pretty cool, especially when we get like these in, you know, because previously I just had... Oh yeah, and also, do I want to have... You know, I might actually want to just go with that, because that way it's kind of naturally gonna round off, which is exactly what I need, because we're basically trying to turn this from having been square to being round. And I think this transition is... It's not too bad, you know. I think I want to make... Probably with like fences or maybe walls here. Possibly. But... Yeah, that's definitely the way. That's starting to be pretty cool. So now we have a kind of... Well, it's not quite what I was trying to do. I think the walls might be a better fit for this. Since I want it a little bit more thick, I guess. Yeah, that's... Okay, that's gonna be sick, dude. Do I want to bring this up one step? That's the one thing I'm still wondering. Because we've got this one, which is quite a tall portion. But, you know... Portions can be different, you know? You can have one that's slightly less tall than the other. I mean, this is pretty cool. Try a slab on the corner. That's a great idea. Because that kind of connects it. Oh, that's definitely the way to go. Oh, look at that. That's way better. That's a lot better. That's a lot better. And YouTube just reminded me that I should take a pause. I can't take a pause quite because I'm currently streaming, but you know. Do I want the yellow? I think I want to keep the yellow, you know. I think we might want to try to use this as like accents throughout the whole build, possibly. I'm gonna try to bring these in by 1. See if I can get it kind of cleanly set up. Oh, look at that. That's perfect. Well, that's definitely where I want them, but that's great, I think. I'm still trying to get used to this, by the way. I really want to... Oh, dude, look at this. That's gonna be sick. That looks great. I'm very happy with that. I think for think I want to go back to using oak on this, possibly. But I might want to try to work out how to add depth, because that's definitely something I want to do. I guess I could do something like that, and then we have... Well, we could always just do that, but that's kind of boring. I don't think that's cool in the same way. I mean, we can always just add that, but that's the thing, it looks weird. Ooh, well, let's actually try a few crimson fences, because, you know, using something like that, that's not too bad. I think that kind of works. Putting darker wood on the bottom would give a stronger look. True. That's actually a very good point. I'm learning a lot about building, which is good, because I want to... Let me replace this with dark oak. So if we grab dark oak logs, there we go. And then I want to replace... I'm still getting used to... I should definitely get a few toolboxes set up, but we want to replace the oak logs with... No, wait, we want to use that one. And then we want to replace those. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so that's not half bad. Of course, this got replaced, which is kind of weird looking. I don't like that. But apart from that, you know, I definitely think the dark oak kind of works. Let me see here. Oh, we just... There we go. Now, the biggest problem for me as I like that I'm saying... I like that I'm saying, like, as a streamer, as if I've done this for, like, a long time. I'm only now getting properly into streaming. And one problem I have noticed is that it's really difficult to not just get into the zone, you know? Because when you play Minecraft, or this could be different from people to people, I really struggle to... Wait, this is why we stream, because I just had a stroke. But regarding... Wait, what was I even talking about? Like, genuinely, I completely forgot. And this is the kind of thing that I don't like with streaming, because, you know, if I forget what I'm talking about, I can always just talk about something else in a video. You know, I can just kind of, okay, let's cut that out. But that doesn't work in the same way when streaming, because you kind of at all times have a general... Well, that's not too bad. I kind of like that. And then have that... Possibly. We'll probably replace some of these blocks later on. Because... Oh yeah, I was talking about the zone. I was so... Yeah. Being in the zone is... You know, I don't know if people get into the zone when playing Minecraft, but when I build, I kind of go silent just by default, which is why I struggle with streaming in that sense. And obviously strokes and stuff, or mild strokes as I call them, when you forget what you're talking about. This is turning out really cool, by the way. I think this looks really, really good. I just need to get it properly inward. I don't know how to properly get it going like that. Because I could obviously try to make like another... I think I'm going to try to make another ring. Like this. You know, build it up of a bunch of rings. Let's actually use the oak wood for that. But yeah, talking and or actually talking in the streams can be really difficult a lot of times, at least for me. So that's one of the things that I struggle with streaming wise compared to just making videos. But I do want to really... It is completely different to talk to people live, which is really cool. Because, you know, you get to have discussions, more proper discussions And instantly, you know, we talked about should I finish the tower or should I build the medieval place first, and immediately I could just get, it's not a community post where I have to check out the next morning when I wake up the results. People just immediately say like get the tower finished first, for example. So that is something I do like about streaming. I think the most difficult part is probably just growing. You kind of have to have a video audience to be able to grow as a streamer. At least nowadays. This is looking pretty cool. I've probably said it 1,000 times by now, but let me try going for a little bit of a different look, because I kind of want to fade it up. That's kind of the plan. We're gonna switch out this for like other stuff. You know what I should actually do? I really should try to switch out the bamboo for other stuff, because I think that could put, I mean, it does look really cool with the bright colors. I like bright colors, but I think going for a little more of a fade would be great. So we would basically start with, you know, dark oak, and then we would have, I don't know what we would have, maybe crimson probably makes sense to have at the bottom, you know. Then as we go along, we kind of build up a pretty cool tower. But if we make this and build it up a little bit. Now we have 4 blocks. I think that works. I think we can a little more exponentially move these inward. Right, let me see here. Pale oak, yeah, pale oak at the top would be pretty good, or possibly down here, but I think going darker to light is kind of a natural sort of progression. I think that would work really well. I could of course just keep the bamboo as like accents throughout the whole thing if I really want to, but again, we're probably gonna get back to it a little bit later. So for now we just need to place down blocks so we get something done. I think we, you know what, let's start with just keeping the crimson throughout the whole build. You know, keep the same color throughout, and then after that we can probably, actually this is quite a good spot, I think, to just kind of go like this, maybe. Oh no, but the problem is this, because when we want to move stuff inward, it's, yeah, that becomes a problem. Right, let me check this out. This is gonna be long pauses, because I need to think. I need to have a thinker. Monster, give me strength. No, wait. You know what? We're building the frame first. Change of plan. We're gonna have that as a, that can be an issue for a lot later. I think we can probably just go for the frame for now, unless we want to actually have this as like the top of the tower. I mean, if we bring up this one, you can see it kind of goes outward again, so we do want it to become a little bit thinner over time. Yes, that's the one I want. Dude, this one really looks good. Like, this is a small wizard tower, but it looks really cool. And then there's this one, which, again, the 2 towers looks really cool too. But we are going with 1. If we go, let me go. I feel like we definitely have to go taller, right? It's, I mean, the bottom of the tower, like literally just the foundation of it, is like equally as tall as the tower at the moment. That's not good. We don't want that. Although, you know what? I think going for an almost sort of pedestal look could be really good of a move. Because I kind of noticed that just... Or even like a statue look, because you can see this looks like one of those... What are they called? Where you put something... Yeah, pedestal, that's the name of it. So you have a pedestal and then you have something on top. But I definitely need this to be taller. I definitely need to raise this. Because otherwise it's just gonna look really weird. Make the third floor a little longer than the other. Yeah, that's the thing. I need to make these properly taller. They need to go exponentially taller, not thinner. That's what they need to do. So if we go for this, I think that's probably good. I think maybe one more. How tall is it at the moment? 5, 6, 7. So 7, I think that's good. It's equally as tall right now. So let's go a little bit more. So it's like 9 before it gets to the, well, like this top ring. Because I think that looks, yeah, that looks a lot better. And then we make, actually, let me try going with that same, and then the next one can be a lot taller, because I think that could work better. So if we go like this, I also don't know how to get this properly, like, neatly made, because at the moment, this is my least favorite part about building upward, because you get to the point where it's these two, which actually puts that as like the majority of the blocks. So I might want to switch to something else, unless I just want to be like quote unquote done with the bigger foundation and then just build out of oak, or just like planks the rest of the way. But yeah, let's see what we can do here, because it doesn't look half bad actually. It looks pretty fine. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, that's not good. That's not good. Reconnection is successful. Good stuff. Okay, right. Let me bring up. Also, is the chat? I think the stream chat looks pretty fine. I think I might wanna make it slightly smaller just to kind of keep it a little more neat. Let me see how that looks. Because it's taking up quite a bit of space. It's not doing anything. Didn't change that much. Let's see that. What do we reckon? That's a lot better. That's a lot less. That's a lot less. Right. Well, we do have the tower going, actually. It looks pretty sweet, I must say. Gotta go by. Urgent thing came up. Yeah, thank you for joining the stream and chatting, because it was. I did get some great tips actually. Now that we have this tower this tall, I think we can make a little bit of a bigger area. Although this is really, really tall. I mean, the main thing I'm scared of is that this is gonna become like way too tall, you know? Because it's already over the tree and it's not even... You know what? We can always change it later. Let's just, for now, grab this and then grab in the middle, like... I don't actually... this is super annoying, the search bar automatically, because... But let's see... Yeah, I think we can probably just do a checkered pattern like this. for the floor. If we want to assume that this is like the main sort of floor, I guess. Because you can see it kind of goes upward. I guess it would technically go upward a little bit more. Oh, okay. Probably would be better to like have it going up, I guess. I actually think it might be better to just go with something like spruce stairs to extend this. That might be a better idea. Because that way you can kind of see we have the... We keep the general structure of the tower, but we expand it. And it doesn't look too bad. The main thing is that it should be ideally like as thick as the bottom. That's where we really struggle, because I'm not going to be able to do that. At least not in a good looking way. I guess if I replace this... There we go, because now we have this, and then we can like also do one more. And then we really do get kind of back to the original spot, which is great. That's kind of what we want. Yeah, I think this is a better way to do it. Because we can easily get it in a circle as well now. Okay, that's not too bad. It looks really weird though. It doesn't look smoothly faded because it looks kind of square. It looks like we've kind of built... I think it's gonna be better when we get it more proper, but I feel like this is a good sort of stopping point. Also the floor is gonna be have to be expanded, but I think now we could kind of use pale oak, right? I feel like this would be... Because I think the way it would be very cool actually is if it's kind of in the forest by default, you know? And then as you go along and you move upwards, you get to eventually the sort of more fine area up there, you know? So I could use like... I could keep the crimson, but I could have like... this, or even like just go for pale oak in itself, because that way it's kind of distant from the rest. I think that could work quite well. I also think it's too many. I think we should just have 4 of these pillars, otherwise it's gonna be too many. Okay, we've got... Right, wait. No, that's what I want. This one looks... Again, we're not really on the same scale here, I don't think. I feel like that looks too thin now. It looks really sort of wonky. I don't know exactly how to get this to look good. Right, let's head over to the medieval area just for a bit, you know, just to collect our thoughts on the tower, because I don't love the way it looks so at the moment. So I think heading back to the medieval castle, which we kind of know what we're building, is... I'm already feeling a lot more creative because I was really stuck on the tower. That's why I haven't finished it, because the tower I wasn't sure on how to get that tower to look good. So we'll have to get back to that later. For now, let's actually keep going with the medieval village, because I think that's gonna be just in general better for my creativity, at least. And again, I'm trying to become a little bit better at building, which is part of the reason why I'm doing this. I really want to get more detail into my builds. Not that they're like badly detailed at the moment, they're fine, but I think something like this is very good. It's good to practice, you know, get some more texturing in and so on. So, but yeah, what I had in mind for the stream was to go for the wall. Oh, this is a big wall. Let me check if I can, like, where it goes down, because here I don't need it to be as much. And then I could also make it go down like that. And it goes up by technically 3 blocks, so what I could do is actually keep going and then break this part, and then we get kind of that slanted wall look that I want. There we go. So now we've got sort of the... I think this wall is pretty done, and I really want to decorate this one, but we're gonna decorate all the walls. We're gonna have to decorate all of them anyway, so and I think, okay, if this is the standard we're going with, right, 6 block tall walls on average, then this one is right on point, actually. In fact, I think we can, to a large extent, just keep that exact size on this side of it, because we can grab like this, and I guess the entrance is a little bit too small, but I feel like the wall is in proportion to it. I don't think I need to make it a whole lot taller, because I mean we've got this one over here. You know what I could actually do? What I could do is try to get it more angled up using these, possibly, maybe. These can actually be 1 block taller, which is great, because that 1 block matters a lot more than some might realize. I really want that block, so there we go. That's better, because now we can kind of naturally get it to be like that, and then we possibly even get in the slab there, and I mean that's not a half bad entrance, you know. That looks pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that. I would like it to be made out of more of a wooden kind of material, although I think actually one thing I think it's better if we contrast it. To clarify, I have no idea what I'm talking about. I'm still getting used to building like more proper scale, but I think what we could do is actually just make like this, kind of, because you can see then there's kind of this gate that's supposed to go down. You can kind of tell, at least. Yeah, that's not too bad. That's not too bad. I think, does it look better without the walls and just going straight for stone? No, I do think they add some. They add quite a bit, actually. There we go. I think that's pretty good. That's a decent looking entrance. We can of course make it look better, but that's for a little bit later. So if we go... Okay, well if we're going with 6 blocks tall as the standard, then this one's too tall. Just about though, not actually that much more at all, because you can see we're actually kind of struggling here to get it up to height, to like the proper height. So. That's good, I think. There we go. I think I want to make it a little bit smoother. Like that. That way it's a lot more... You know, it's obviously not tall enough, because here it's 5 blocks. So I think what I'm going to do is actually just extend this by a little bit. Because that's... Yeah, I think that's a lot better. Now, let's use some of our fancy tools we have at our disposal. And then we do the selection stack, which is an awesome tool. So what we'll do is we'll grab this block, or this sort of selection. So we'll grab that and then move out. So now we have this selection. And then we can honestly just stack it up, I think. Stack it up 6 blocks to start off. That was instant. That was so fast. I love this. That looks pretty cool. This is a pretty cool marketplace, right? People could come here and buy their stuff. I also need to make a cactus farm and a sugarcane farm. Although the sugarcane farm is going to be here. So we got the sugarcane farm covered and the wheat farm covered. We just need the cactus farm to be somewhere. I don't know. Probably some color shop, maybe. Possibly. But the main thing is that we're doing pretty good progress at the moment. That's the main thing that matters. This one is, I think, too big of an entrance, right? I don't think anyone's going to be crowding in here. I mean, this is, in real life, this would be like, what, 3 meters? 3 meters, that's not too bad. Maybe... I mean, I guess that's not too big, though. I feel like that's not... I mean, I might have underscaled the entire thing, but I really do feel like 6 blocks tall, that's definitely more on point. You can see it is a wall. It's supposed to be like a mini sort of enclosure. I don't think it's going to be that big of a port, right? It's not going to be that massive of a trading area. So I think it makes more sense to size this one down slightly. Just to make sense out of it. And again, we can always have a little bit of this. We can have one of those, and I mean a traveler could definitely get in here, right? Even with a horse, we can actually wait. Let's test it out. Let's test it out. Let's say they've got a boat of stuff. Right, they've got a boat of stuff, a horse in front. Can I lead the boat to the horse? That would be very cool. Because, well, wasn't that part of this, like, snapshot? Because, I mean, that would be great for roleplay and stuff, too. I'm not big on roleplay, but, you know, that's a cool thing. I don't know where leads are. Equipment, I knew it. I just didn't know where on equipment it was. There it is. I just missed it. Okay. So if we grab something like a horse. Where do we have a horse? There's a horse. We grab him. I would love to be your friend. No, get off. Be my friend, please. No, you're gonna be stuck with me. Yay! I think he did it, you know? So if we have a saddle, and we then connect up the horse to the boat, we can... Wait, no, that's not what I wanted. That's not what I wanted. What I wanted to was to ride the horse. Oh, what? Can I not? I mean, I guess we can carry the boat with us. Right, so we do that. Here we go, coming through. Hello there, Ferdy Fall. I mean, you can get through. Yeah, you can get in a caravan in here. It's gonna be a little bit difficult, but you can always do it. Hold on, let me real quick take off the screen. Yeah, ignore the sound effects. Trust me, it's fine. It's fine. Nothing happened. Oh, wait. That was too early, boys. Okay, right. So now we can actually get this going. So this should be 6 blocks tall, ideally. Actually, slightly less probably, but let's keep going with the smooth sort of. Let's do this, and then, you know, we can always get this kind of lean down. I think this is good. Yep, we got it. Nice. So the walls are done, which is cool. I feel like I definitely want to... Again, we're definitely going to decorate this, because at the moment it looks pretty bad. I mean, it's a cool build, don't get me wrong. Don't get dissed in the comments, but I'm trying to really become a better builder. You know, I've got this roof over here, which I textured. Same with the walls. Have I actually textured this wall? I haven't. Right, let's texture that wall right off the bat. Let's grab some of this, There we go. And then we can grab the replace, and then also the selection tool, which is like the main thing. And then what we'll do is we'll just select this. Oh, wait, that's not it. Let's select from there all the way to here, and then we'll extend this across so we get it properly sized. There we go. And then we want to replace, and we're gonna enable addition mode on this one. So what we're gonna do is the block picker, and we're gonna choose this one and this one. We're gonna choose this as the mask. And I mean, yeah, I mean, that wasn't great. I don't love the way that looks. Let's try that again, but this time we can... Yeah, we do have an addition mode, so let's do 2 of those. So there should be more. Oh, wait, no! I know exactly why, because we don't even have regular diorite in here. And that's what we actually need. So what we need to do is we need to replace, and we need to have this, and then those 2. No. And then boom. That's a lot better. I don't think it's perfect by any means. I think there's definitely quite a few blocks. You know, I would have liked some more diorite just probably. But you know, here and there, having the polished diorite, it kind of fits. Right? I think that looks pretty good, right? That doesn't... No, well... There's this area which definitely bothers me a little bit, because that is a huge amount of just polished. I don't really want it to be too polished, because it is supposed to be a pretty rough structure, you know? Just kind of roughly built. I mean, that's fine. That's fine. The back was a lot more fine, actually. This area has a lot of stuff going on. Let's go to that. That's probably good. Then we do that, and yeah, I think that's a lot more in line with what I want. So let's do... So we have 3 buildings. I'm not gonna lie, the castle kind of looks not too impressive. It's just... These roofs are really tall. So I don't actually know. Because I might want to actually size it up just to have a little bit bigger of a castle. I mean, there's gonna be houses and stuff in here. So, while those are gonna add a lot, I do think it's a good idea to go for the... Oh, we have 2 for selection ones. We definitely don't need that. But let's do... Wait, no. We need to start from the highest point, of course. So there we go. If we start on that block, and then we go all the way down to... Wait, which block would it be? That's the lowest point, right? I think so. And hopefully it's not gonna include the grass. I don't really wanna... There we go. Okay, right. Let's get this copied. So we do that, then we go all the way over here. Then we need to extend this to be, well, definitely further this way. I need to have the whole thing. Well, it's got quite a bit, you know. There's a lot of grass that's got some filtering, so I don't know. I think it's probably easier to honestly just build manually. While it is super fun with tools like the World Builder add-on, I do think there is a certain level of control that you don't get with those, which you get if you manually place them down, which is why I have decided to do this. But I do want to decorate these as well. Let's, for now, extend this upward. So, there we go. There we go. So, now we've expanded it by 1 block up. And I mean, that's not a huge difference. I do like the size of it at the moment, but I do think it could be possibly 2 blocks more. At least we can make 1 more, because at the moment this is just kind of a sad marketplace. No, but I do think it kind of works. I think this could work. This could work great. So then this should be, well, it should be 7, so it should be 1 more, but that's what we're gonna do with these. Oh yeah, these need to go up, right. There we go. So now we've got the... Now we've got this wall. I definitely want to get some more sort of texturing going on it. But I think this, in general, I think it kind of works. I think we could probably have also a little bit of a wood trim around. That looks pretty cool. So 7 blocks. 7 blocks. Well, that's 6 blocks, but I think 6 blocks is fine because we want to have... Yeah, I think going with that is probably a good idea. So let's just start making this outer trim and see if we can get this to actually look somewhat pretty, you know? I mean, it already looks pretty good. It's a decent castle, but I definitely feel like we can do a lot for it. This goes up. How am I gonna deal with that? I think I'm just gonna have to do it that way. Unless I choose to like specifically go like this. Which actually might not be a super terrible idea. Kind of going up like this. That's probably gonna be the best way to do it actually. Oh, but it goes up already there. There we go. Because then, yeah, this is, okay, right, let's do this. So, now we need to go up one more. And then we need to go up one more again. And move across like this. That's not too bad. I think that works. Because there's only one actual like straight wall here. The rest of them are just these sloping ones. So we might want to... Well, we want to get a good sort of... Wait, how did I extend this? Oh, this worked because it also goes outward pretty nicely. Right. Well, it's gonna be a little bit more difficult when we have like further wall that kind of goes out. I guess it would be to just do the... How do I get this to look good going up? Because I can't go any more outward. I think the best way is probably gonna be to just honestly grab some regular cobblestone and just place it right there. I think that's about as good as it's gonna get. And I don't really want to think too much when building, you know, I kind of just want to build stuff. Like, for example, I did have this one part. Well, I couldn't quite get it, because that would have been a great point to kind of go up, but I think that's fine. Because this one actually worked surprisingly well. I really don't know how I got that so smooth. But I did. Oh, it's because of this. It always goes outward. That's why. So for this one, we're just going to use some regular cobblestone to connect up. Like that. That's probably the best idea. And then we would go like this. There we go. Just like that. I think that's one side done. So if we... Right, let's go right here. And then we do the same sort of general pattern as we did on the other side to get that kind of... There we go. This was like one block too much, which is really unfortunate, because otherwise it would have been great. But you can't have everything in life, so we're just gonna have to deal with this. Although that did work out nicely. Okay, good stuff. So now we've got all of the outer edges, so we can now put the trim underneath. Which this is one of those things that might not work perfectly. It might not line up perfectly with them, but that's, I think that's fine. Because like if we have, I mean the main thing is that it needs to be, I think, honestly, I definitely want it connected up, so I think we're gonna grab some full blocks for the trim just to get it connected up. There we go. There we go. And now we have a pretty good looking trim. I'm not Not too mad about that one at all. Again, so far it's fine. This is where it kind of starts to raise up a little bit. But we are making good progress, so that's good. I think that's pretty good, right? That looks like a logical trim. Again, this is mostly for decoration. I'm trying to make it look pretty. So that's why I've got... Oh, that's the wrong block. No, those two can be replaced happily. I think we could actually... Oh, well, it doesn't work with that because of the whole... I mean, I guess that kind of works, but not in the way I want. Not in the way I want. That could work, but I think full blocks might be the way to go. So now we have a full-on trim around, and it actually looks pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that. Let's get some of these going now. Now that we have some of those, we can add some of these wooden pillars for even more decoration. This looks pretty good too, you know. I don't mind this. There we go, and then I guess it would be like around this area where it would make sense to... There we go. So yeah, that's pretty good. That looks pretty cool, right? That looks pretty cool. I feel like there's too many though. This one's kind of beautifully simplistic. This one's kind of a lot. Let's see if we can get it a little bit more clean. So, for example, this one should not be there. I think we'll remove all of them for now. Because that also makes things a little bit easier. I think what we want to do is at this block, just because that's kind of the one we don't want. So this would just kind of fit. Yeah, that looks pretty cool, you know? And again, we can always just put a few of these. There we go. I also don't want any mines because they're horrible. But I mean, that's not too bad. Again, we've got like the few little logs that really do just add quite a bit. If I go and do this as well, I can get that trim pretty cool. Although I did just get an ad, which, you know, that's pretty good. Wait, we've gotta get these up. Make sure they go all the way up. Okay, we've actually got all those in place now. So I think it's time to start thinking. Right, I feel like I want to think about the categories now. So what we've got, also my neck is like super strained. This is a horrible chair. I need to like get a new one, I think, because these are just... I can work with my monitor. I have a pretty standard 60 Hz 1080p monitor, but I am done with this. I might just order one today because I can't with this. But we have made some pretty sweet progress. This looks pretty cool. I think I want to make... Again, I think I want to increase this slightly. And then we can just stack this. Let's do the selection stack. Stack it upward. Let's stack it like... Start by stacking it twice. and then realized we definitely want more. We'll do like 2 more. We'll do it 2 at a time just so we see a little bit better what we're working with. That's not too bad, you know. I kind of want them to be like a little bit lower than most of the other towers, so I think having these 5 blocks above is probably a good idea. So let's do that on every single side. This one needs to go up by 3. You can also stack these really far. Like this, really, when you get the hang of this, I guess that's the case with a lot of things, but when you get used to this mod pack or this add-on, it's really easy to build stuff. I mean, look at this. That's super, super cool. And again, I know World Edit has this, but I mean, this is just a super simple one to use. It's amazing. Stack that up by 4, and just like that, we now have all of the towers done. Or, well, they're not done. We still need to get the stairs, but let's try texturing this first, I think. So what I want to do is, you guys have any suggestions for blocks to use? Because I'm trying to learn a little bit more building. I've got this going for this other side, but if you guys have any suggestions, let me know, because I would like this to be a pretty cool build. Let's do this and those, and then we'll do, I guess we'll choose the entire thing. So we'll go all the way up to the tower and then bring that out, and then bring this out all the way. So now the entire thing should be inside the selection area, which means we should now be able to, using the selection replace, do the block picker with addition mode, and then do this, 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 some of this, some of this, some of this, and then replace the current stone. Oh, dude, instant texturing. That's incredible. Look at that. That doesn't even look half bad. And I'm also super happy I did choose most of the stone bricks, because the stone bricks are definitely the main thing. But I mean, that fits pretty nicely, doesn't it? Now guys, do you guys think, what do you guys reckon, you guys watching? Should I go with white for the walls and then just keep the towers stone, kind of like I've done here and over here? Or do we keep the entire thing kind of this gray color and then make white houses here inside of it? What do you guys reckon? I'm gonna also work on the towers a little bit. In the meantime, I think I'm gonna probably just... There we go. Because the towers are pretty simple to build. I could also pretty nicely make a little bit of a gradient going. Like going up, we could start with perhaps some deep slate, or at least tough, possibly. I think for the actual walls, where you're gonna be walking, I feel like I'm gonna want to use the spruce planks. That's just kind of what comes to mind for me. So I think that's what I'm gonna do as well. Just kind of trust my gut here and go with that, because I think that works pretty well. And then same on this side, so this one is not fully... There we go. Ooh, creepy sound effect. Okay, let's keep going with the... I guess that could work. And then we need to, of course, make sure we actually connect it up. And again, this is where we're gonna use stuff like stairs later on. But we're gonna start off by just making the sort of, you know, basic stuff that you would do. Because I'm not fully done with this as well, because I definitely want it to... I'm gonna want to, of course, use some of these to kind of, you know, put up a wall, a proper wall. So I'm gonna want that on top, but I also really don't wanna... Oh wait, yeah. I should put it on top. that is indeed the top. Yeah, that's great. Right, let's keep going. There we go. And then do the same on this side. Just kind of get the general stuff going. That's pretty good. That works pretty nicely, actually. Let's do just like that. Have we got everything? I think we've got every single side, yeah. So now we can do that typical Minecraft thing and put a bunch of these. Now this is where I think I wanna maybe use different things. You know, this is really, we're trying to make a detailed castle here. That's what we're trying to do. So I do want it to be... This is not a proper fence. This doesn't work as a fence. I should probably check that it actually works as a fence, because... Like, this works as a fence, obviously. That works great. But not everything worked, so... And then that... Okay, well, this fence works for the most part. I guess it would only be this block that doesn't work. But I can always just do that, and then we have that fixed, so that's great. That looks really weird. I don't know what it is. I guess it's because I'm building on the actual vertical. What do you guys think of this, actually, by the way? Like, what are your... what do we reckon? Good castle, not good castle? What do we think? I don't think it's too bad. I definitely wanna... Again, I'm trying to get better at building, so I will be pretty self-critical. But I do like the way this looks. It looks great. We've been streaming for almost 2 hours. That's quite a bit. And then we'll just do this, because that way we can... Or no, let's actually just copy paste this. Let's just get... So let's... I mean, we can actually just get this. Look at that. Yay! We've got a castle. That looks actually pretty good. I think I might wanna do that. That's not too bad, you know. That's definitely a cool looking tower, right? Surely that's gotta be looking pretty cool. There we go. So now what we can do is just copy this over. So if we grab it out on, I think it's every side that needs to be brought out a little bit. Yeah, because we did like the non-center blocks. And then we just copy it and paste it elsewhere. So we just do copy and paste. So we do, there we go. And then we paste it in right over. Let's see here if I can get it lined up properly. This one probably. Did I do that? Yeah, we did it. Oh, that looks so good. Dude, this looks great. This looks great. There we go. And then we go up a little bit. Yay! Oh, dude, this is such an amazing one. It works so well. Right, let's see if we can. There we go. We have just copied all the towers. And I mean, I think this is starting to look like a proper build, you know? I'm not saying it was bad before. It's a pretty cool looking build either way, but now... Oh, I'm a massive fan. I like the way this looks. This looks great. This looks really good. Also, I just realized my camera's like right underneath the days played. It was not planned. I just kind of happened to be like that. There we go, and that lines up. See, here's the thing. How do we do here? This is where we get to the dilemmas. Yeah, that's a little bit difficult. I think. I don't know. I mean, I guess it doesn't have to be like super structural. It can always just be like kind of like, oh, I feel like putting it here and I feel like putting it here, you know? Just kind of putting some stuff. Like I might as well put one. There was this one spot right here that I also felt could probably fit quite nicely. Oh, I definitely want that to be one of these blocks, but I can always like, you know, we can add like that one over there instead, although I would like to add them more as additions, you know? Have like one, say we put that one right there, and then we put that one like there. That looks pretty good. That's not too bad. I think that's a pretty good system right there. And again, these walls are, well, they're not done. I actually don't know what I was gonna say. I had a brain fart there for a bit, but I think we definitely want to go through the towers. I don't want to have to like curve them around. That's just how it works, like that in real life, right? I think that's how it works, or it worked, I guess. There's not that many castles operating anymore, but you know, I think I want to do it like put it there just so it's a little bit more neat like that. There we go. So now we got a staircase. That's pretty cool. And then we have this right here. What I want, think, you know, I think it's actually better to put it here. This is an obvious place. I think that's gotta be it, right? Yeah. Then we need to grab this, where you can see it's gonna be like these floors in here. Of course. I really like medieval structure. I don't usually build medieval structure. You guys watching the stream, I might as well show. Usually, I'm trying to find my more proper building style. I'm a little bit Scandinavian building style I like, but this is kind of what I usually build, you know? Cyberpunk themed stuff. Cool cybernetic patterns and that kind of stuff. So that's what I usually do, but this time we have We're going old school. We're going back to that. Dude, this castle looks great. What? This looks really good. I'm a fan of that. That looks really, really good. All right, let's put a few of these here, just to add some extra stuff. Oh, this one's not done yet. Can probably grab. Let's see here. If we grab that one, that could work. We just kind of, I think we just place them honestly randomly. I think that's gonna be the best. Just kind of, you know, not do too much stuff. And there we go. Or well, I don't want to put it there, but like, that's good, right? We can put this one right here actually instead. That way we'll kind of get that cool pattern. This one also, it's a little bit weird. A lot of these things are a little bit weird because of the whole like diagonal thing. Although I don't think I'm too bad at building diagonal, you know, I'm not a master at it, but you know, look at this house for example. We got this one. This one's fully diagonal built, so not too bad, not too bad. But this is gonna be a pretty cool tower, by the way. The one that like, I guess goes up. That's gonna be pretty cool. I can like grab, well, I can always do something like this and then have that as like a, have a bit of a staircase going there. But this puts this wastes a lot of space. I think it's easier if we just do this, because then we'll have, oh dude, I should so like put secrets in here and stuff. But yeah, you can see if we go up, we've got, that's not a proper fence, I don't like that. That's better. I guess, yeah, I think that's a lot. That's a lot. I think this works pretty good. I think this doesn't look half bad. This one needs to be a block taller, because otherwise it's just not gonna work. Same with this. This is the weird side, because like basically nothing works as fence. You need to like build extra for it to work. If we then put that, you know, we can put some, I'll put one right there, and then we'll put one. Oh, and then that scared me. I got a notification and it scared the life out of me. Right. Well, let's put down one of those, and that's not a too bad sign. This is really starting to feel like something. I mean, I definitely want some accents, right? We definitely want accents. This looks a little bit bland. It's just, it's so much stone. I don't like it. I feel like I might want to go for like a wall design, just because I think it might be better. I think it might be a better idea. But we do have all the sides done. We do have all of this sort of general stuff. So this we can now build the, oh, we're gonna have to build inner walls too, right? Well, I mean, that's kind of obvious now that I think about it, but let's do cobblestone again. We need to find new blocks, right? There's no way I'm building with these all the time. That's not gonna look good at all. Where do we have regular cobble? I think we have on this side. No, that's literally the one side we don't have it on. This is where we have it. So if we go and put this here, and then we just kind of keep going with this. We can always rotate this as well, so to make it look that tiny bit better. But I do think for the most part, we actually want to keep the outside of it being what essentially extends it. So yeah. Do we have any ideas for blocks? I feel like it's very gray at the moment. I need some ideas. I could put some buttons down, wooden buttons perhaps. You know, signs could work, but I mean the thing is, they're just kind of gray, aren't they? That's kind of the whole point of those medieval kind of things. Let me check in my medieval building book by Minecraft themselves to see if they have any ideas for walls, because that's a pretty cool looking like castle, but it's not the castle I'm after. I'm after the walls. This looks okay. Doesn't look half bad. These are pretty cool towers. Those look pretty cool. But I don't think... I mean, all of them are just so gray. I kind of want to... I mean, they're gray. Welcome to... Well, welcome to the medieval times. Do we have any walls? Because they have, like, the outer walls, but do we have any? They're just regular. Yeah, here's some regular walls. Do they suggest that you, like, make obsidian and lava and all that stuff? To make it unbreakable in? Like, make you unable to do it? They recommend a cactus trap. You can just build up, but we don't talk about that. We don't talk about I think, for the most part, there's not that much I can do, is there? I mean, it would be to recolor the walls. But I really don't know how to make it look pretty. I mean, this is not too bad. These are all... Oh, I've got an ad on my phone. And that's not... Right. We got absolutely no ideas from there. I need to replace this with something. I want to replace it with something because it just... This looks good because I've got this as the theme, so I kind of want to keep that sort of brick theme, I guess. This one looks great. We've got the same kind of brick that really pops. This one doesn't pop in the same way. It doesn't have any kind of, like... It doesn't have anything like that. So... I don't know how to make it look good. I mean, I think realistically we could keep it pretty gray, and then when you get in here, that's when it's gonna be a bunch of life. I think that could work pretty well. But I'm gonna do that in a future stream or future video because I haven't run out of time of streaming, but I'm starting to be a little bit tired, so I'm gonna do some editing on a video. Thank you all for joining the stream. Thank you whoever tuned in, even if you send one message, you know, thank you very much. It is what makes these streams possible, of course, you guys actually interacting with stuff, because otherwise it's just kind of me talking. So but yeah, I'm gonna end the stream here. Any goodbyes in the chat? Any final goodbyes? Yeah, there's gonna be videos coming out pretty soon. There's obviously the new one that I posted today. If you haven't checked it out, definitely check it out. It's a cool video. But yeah, apart from that, I hope to catch you in the next one. Bye!